at game 2, we see B-Cause coming back for Dahl, moving to the mid lane this time. And some pings for defense from both teams. Potentially an invade going to come out for SGI.
Okay, so this is SGI, and they're 0-1.
Let's take a look at these early items. Anything interesting? There's a corrupting pod coming out from Mad Apex, probably looking to do some of their shenanigans. Hope standing vigilant against this 5-man stack for SGI, making sure that they don't get invaded on by this Nautilus. What's the lane to keep an eye on here? Clearly the jungles will be important to keep track of, both looking to set up ganks with their pseudo tanks. Sejuani probably more of a true tank, but
yeah,
I think I'm looking to track this bot lane. A lot of power coming out from Joe, but now swapping Hope to the bot side. I'm curious to see how the matchup goes this time around.
I think the top is so volatile. This Camille is going to be, I mean, pun intended, playing on a razor's edge, and it's very possible that they don't find the advantages onto Alawi. Alawi really only needs to land a couple of early E's in the lane phase to totally push V out of this lane phase. There's also no flash, which is traditional. It's ignite teleport, but I mean, still, you could see that, you know, make a difference when hookshot is down. So yeah, let's take a look topside. Let's watch topside.
All right. I'll keep an eye on other matchups as we go through. I'm also excited to see Dahl able to get their signature pick, the B-Cause, through the draft and bring it back into the mid lane. They're going to have more resources this time. They managed to land a lot of good Qs and ultimates off the back of these last team fights the Blue Wolf set up.
And they land the hook bot side, actually. Maya is in trouble here, and a nice little level 2 fight coming out, and that's already half HP, so the Bassoon Hope bot lane looking strong.
Yeah, Bassoon, one of our unknown rookies coming in. I know them personally, and they're a good player, easy to work with, and clearly Hope has been setting up some plays as they go in for the level 2, able to chunk out Maya, but Maya able to heal up off of 1 potion, relatively healthy again. As the wave pushes into them, they should be alright to bounce this off. V looking to collapse the wave into Matt's tower. Matt holds the wave off, but V needs to clear out these tentacles while that E is on cooldowns. Let's just place down a ward
one of the
instead.
advantage of Alawi is getting to have the corrupting pot start, and so despite taking a bad trade early, with these 2 tentacles up, it's a good trade. And to be honest, V might not know that top tentacle is in the bush. As there's another look bot side, as both teams are able to get out.
Is down, needs to clear these out. There we go. But wave's still not collapsed. We see Whisper taking the exact same route, starting on the top side again, and now on the bot side, getting support from Hope and Bassoon to clear his to clear the bottom scuttle. We'll probably see a gank attempt on the Lucky, although the wave is pushed in. He's taking this path of
I missed first blood.
V.
Oh my gosh, it was just out of the blue. The ignite goes down. I'm so sorry. I'm actually gonna just back up and watch this really quick.
I'll keep in a track on the live game.
So he lands the hook shot in, the Q comes through, then the ignite comes through. It's actually pretty simple, but a really nice play, and I'm going to speed up, get to live. Hopefully don't miss anything.
Gank attempts on mid, but is warded out. Dahl not going to be caught out by Blue Wolf.
And I'm now live.
Great vision and playing away from it.
And Oasis Whisper is here. Maya is stunned again. They do have flash. Joe with the respect flash gets out. The feather root lands onto Hope, but a nice gank here, and it's just a timing gank. But it works out for League of Liquor. So advantages, it's a switch, it's a trade of advantages. SGI with a top lane advantage and League of Liquor with a bot lane advantage this game early on so far in the lane phase.
Yep, overall it is a trade of some summoners, and there's a 5-goal small CS lead for Hope. I think some would say we should expect that from the bot side, but Joe, definitely a strong AD carry player, not to be overlooked. V with the wave on his side of the lane. Mad Apex going to be trading a lot to get this to reset for himself. As we know, V is an aggressive player and will look to push this advantage further, and absolutely will be feeling slightly incensed after the first game. But Whisper, knowing that they will be going for this,
and
Bassoon on
Bassoon
the
is here
backup.
as well, and so Bassoon and Whisper are going to look to go in. Whisper lands the stun, the flash hook lands, and V is in a lot of trouble, but the hook shot will get them out safely, and that is a lot invested for no kill, and V still hovering around 40% HP. The second hook from Bassoon, and this guy cannot miss already. The passive stacking up onto Whisper here. He's got to be trouble. The stun is going to come through, and Lucky is in a really good spot here to pump out some damage. V now with the second hook shot landing. The ultimate comes through, and the flash out, but it's not enough. Matt is able to land a huge Alawi ultimate. It's going to land onto 4 as that's 2 that drop, and huge fights going through as Dahl now shows up, but Matt and V are locked in the battle. Matt hitting level 6 and using it to his full advantage. What a insane flash ulti coming out from the Alawi.
Overall. 3 kills going down onto V in the top lane. He will be looking to push this advantage even harder, but a huge ultimate, like you said, for Matt Apex onto 4. You can't hope for better in an early team fight on Alawi. Dahl looking, coming back to mid lane. Let's take inventory of what's going on in these matchups. Virtually even in the bot side, even after the flash blown. Joe holding position, staying safe. As League of Liquor looks to set up for Dragon, and SGI looks to trade onto the Void Grubs, not wanting to have a strong topside with all those Void Grubs again. Mad Apex taking a plate and proxying the wave. I think he's going to trade his life for this creep wave, and not able to take any of the creeps either. Hoping for a wave of bounce and trade for his death. I'm not sure that's worth it for him. It will be a full trade of Void Grubs for Dragon. In the lane matchups, we see a 500 gold lead in the top side, and virtually even across the rest of the map. Slight gold lead in the mid lane for Lucky off of the CS.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know about that because he just gotten 2 kills, and so another questionable play. We'll have to see how it pays off. Hope and Bassoon are able to use their advantage. Maya roam top. Actually, a really nice knock up. Maya's in a ton of trouble. Could drop here, but is going to get out just in time on only a sliver of health. Actually, if we check, yeah, less.
One more tick would have done it. Dahl lets Maya escape at 20 HP. That's going to hurt. Unfortunate. I think that was a strong play. Definitely been hard to aggress onto Dahl this game, playing extremely safe, and they know how to hit these angles and kite backwards on Vel'Koz. Great to see. V pressuring the top side, going to be 1v2 playing weak side, but probably able to win that fight, to be honest. Oasis Whisper still only level 5. Of course, playing on League of Liquor, but unable to change their name. All chat going through. Dahl, that was uncalled for. I thought we were friends. My Angel's slinking out.
Maya and Dahl, known to be good friends. It's got to be that much extra fun. But yeah, Maya lands the knock up onto Hope, but Blue Wolf fails the jump over, and I have to say it because he looked so good in season 1, but looking a little rusty here in week 1 in their matchup here against League of Liquor. I think old Blue Wolf would have landed that.
Yep,
Blue Wolf here going to try again, and
Hope flashes away.
Hope respects it, and so the knockup is they're gonna try and stack up the passive on the Bassoon, but he's got so much health, and Joe finally is able to land any damage, but it's a quick Q into Feather Pull, so not enough damage coming through for SGI to pick up a kill, and as a reaction, League of Liquor is gonna look topside. V could be in trouble again. We'll see. The stun comes through, quite a bit of damage coming out. The hook shot actually misses. V is in a ton of trouble here, and evading towards bot side, waiting for that cooldown to come up, probably understanding that the demise is going to happen, and it's a big shutdown. So right when
huge play out of Whisper and Matt Apex
a misplay
to take that down.
I'm gonna disagree.
Gold available.
I think it's a misplay. I think V needed to land that hook shot.
Agreed. He's playing without his flash. He needs to hit those hook shots.
Counter engage here from bot side, and they're going to all out 2v2, but the Feather Root comes through, and Bassoon drops. So Hope and Bassoon getting beaten in the 2v2 bot lane, and Joe and Maya showing that they are here to play, picking up kills in both game 1 and game 2.
Yep, another engage attempt from Blue Wolf in the mid lane will be flashed away by Dahl as Oasis Whisper is discovered in the bot side. He will move away as
Yeah,
Whisper
gets the
steals the
steal,
red,
but
but Lucky looks to roam.
Lucky is here. There's nothing that Lucky can do here. There's no Emperor's call, and so he gets out.
Again, a bit of a lack of communication between Blue Wolf and his laners. Will jump over the wall to his Krugs in fear of Whisper, but V on the chase. Blue Wolf's ultimate is up. I believe they could have fought that. Instead, he can just walk away back to Dahl in the mid lane. Well played from Whisper, and a good steal off the back of the misplay top, and to get a strong gank onto V, picking up that 700 gold bounty. Matt trading to the top side.
Bassoon on a roam again. Finally, a hook misses. Probably his first miss of the game. It's been nothing but net so far. And Matt finally landing a couple of E's here. Let's see what comes through. An E lands. This should be an ultimate. The hook is going to come through, but a ton of damage from the tether landing, and V drops. That's a second kill.
Very well played. Bassoon returning to the top side, dropping his flash. Unfortunately, a bit of counter synergy from that Lowy E, but committing to the damage onto the clone. The soul steal. And now looking to take their own set of Void Grubs, taking 3 for themselves to keep SGI.
Yeah, we'll see.
Of the dreaded 5/6 deck.
It looks like Blue Wolf is here to try and grab one on a steal, but I don't see how they can make a way in. They're going to teleport in, so V is here. It's going to be a 4v4 fight as Blue Wolf looks to engage. A knock-up onto Bassoon as he's hit. Dahl is on the side dealing a ton of damage. The Shurima Shuffle comes through, but Dahl lands a huge ultimate across the entirety of SGI. Bassoon finally dropping a massive turret, or a massive rocket landing, and this is now 3 dead for SGI's. Blue Wolf is forced to flash out. Whisper on the chase down, flashing forward. And will Whisper be able to land enough damage here? The stun coming through. Dahl is on the other side, but it goes over to Whisper, and so that ends up being a 4-for-1, I believe, and a really nice team fight for League of Liquor.
I think absolutely great team fight for Dahl, able to find their safe spot and drop their damage through the entire lineup. Massive DPS coming out, and Mad Apex able to cling to life through the use of their ultimate and those tentacle slams. Bassoon moving back out onto bot side. Hope got to be happy picking up that free kill with the ultimate after a somewhat lackluster lane phase. Small CS lead, but losing these team fights. As I say that, Bassoon finds a nice hook onto Maya.
Yeah, this could be a little turnaround look, and SGI comes out on top again here, and now Bassoon potentially in more trouble. Hope might have to find his way into this fight as Whisper's going to engage onto Joe. A really nice pullback, but now Joe is out of the fight. Whisper could get stunned up here, and it's very close, but Hope is slowly edging in. He could find his way. Lucky aggressing forward now, finding a little bit more. Maya unable to find the engage as the flash knockup goes through, but still not dead, and Bassoon finally drops. Maya somehow is able to get out of this. And after all of that, it's just one going down. Hope unable to find enough damage to pick up a kill for League of Liquor, so SGI they end up on top. I can't believe Maya made it out of that alive.
Yeah, unfortunately, Joe misses the angle on their ultimate, trying to escape off of the damage and the pressure from Whisper. Lucky re-engaging on a Whisper could find this kill here. Their ultimate's available.
Hope with the steal!
Blue Wolf Smite is available. What damage was that at?
V should die. No. V should absolutely die here.
Joe may die here on the back of Dahl's damage. They will be able to walk away. Unfortunately, no Leandries on Dahl. They have built their Hex deck. And Matt looking to take this first tower topside.
They're all so low. I can't believe it.
Yeah, like you said, playing on a razor's edge this game. Lots of people surviving at 1 HP. Dahl finding strong angles, but unable to close the deal on a few of these. Those kills are going to add up. That gold would make a difference in these team fights. Matt going to continue their side lane terror onto V, looking to fight inside of their tentacles. V half HP off the back of these roams up. Whisper and Bassoon making this top lane an absolute nightmare for V. I believe they can still take on these 1v1s, but absolutely making it difficult. Hope finding some great ultimates. As we look into the mid game, 15 minutes in, let's take a look at the gold
V is
total.
looking
We have
topside as you speak, but both of the ultimates come through. That a lot of damage going over from both sides, but really nicely dodged out a lot of that Alawi damage, and gonna pick up a kill here. So we'll see if this Camille can find more plays like this in the late game, but they're gonna need to start like really scaling. I don't know if they're going to be able to consistently answer this Alawi in the side lane, especially with Hullbreaker completed here. Um, yeah, it's going to be tough. Lucky really needs to step up on this Azir as well now that it's entering late game. So we'll see. We'll see
on
what
this Rift
happens.
Herald. Blue Wolf will discover that. There are 2 in the mid lane, Maya, and Lucky can look to reinforce. V also moving. Half HP on the Herald. We
Yeah,
have
Bassoon finally misses a
1,300
hook.
gold lead
So it looks
for
like
Mad
League of
Apex on the
Liquor
top
want
side.
to buy time because V is here. We'll see if Dahl joins in. This could just be a smite fight. Bassoon is definitely in trouble here as a big engage comes through. And the Shurima Shuffle away as the counter synergy is not there for SGI. And now they're being roasted as the rest of League of Liquor continue to charge forward. Blue Wolf on the run along with the rest of his team. Whisper is going to charge through here. And he will drop, so that's 2 down for SGI, and League of Liquor win yet another team fight.
Yeah, I don't think that's the fight SGI wanted. They dived deep into the darkness to try to find that play. Lucky hoping to ult back, but they're onto the wrong target, I believe. They're onto Bassoon, not on any of these squishy carries that they can actually burst down. The V trying to ambush Matt in the top lane. I think he could take another fight. Able to dodge out the E, not going to go for more than that at the time. Hope alone pushing in bot lane. Maya could find the counter, but they're 3 levels down. Able to successfully move away. I think League of Liquor is looking very strong in game 2 after these team fights started coming out. I think still a lot of hope from both sides for taking this game. There's a lot of power and a lot of gold parity, except in the top side.
Yeah, I mean, top, again, it is a big disadvantage. And, I mean, I think after this, we'll be left scratching our heads, wondering, uh, like, what happened in draft. I mean, V had counterpick both times, just really unable to answer Matt's plays here. The E does miss, and so it's a flash ult forward. A ton of healing is going to come through, but Blue Wolf does not have the damage, and V and Blue Wolf, again, clearly not on the same page. Look at all this healing coming through as Blue Wolf is in a lot of trouble now as the fight continues topside, but SGI are losing their mid. And if we look mid, we can't because it's happening top again. And Matt, with the outplay onto V, Blue Wolf is still here top, just really unable to do much more. SGI's falling apart.
5 tentacles on the board. SGI falling apart in game 2. This late game is absolutely brutal. 4-level advantage for Mad Apex. Blue Wolf cannot go in here. He will be taken down.
The tether is going to land. Lucky is finally here. The Shurima Shockwave does land, but it's out of turret range. Finally, oh my gosh, the tether lands. Hope gets a kill on the other side of the map. And finally the shutdown. So a nice, I'm assuming it was a hook engage down here to land on Joe, but it's 2 for 1. League of Liquor really starting to ramp up the pace of this game. This will be another turret going over for them. Their 3rd of the match. Meanwhile, it's 0 turrets for SGI, and we're not even 20 minutes in, and there are bounties on the board, Jason.
Yep, 3rd dragon spawning. This is going to be League of Liquors. There's a little opportunity for Blue Wolf to get here and contest. We see My Angel roam to the top side to secure the kill onto the Terror. Mad Apex, they are hooked out by Bassoon. They do not miss.
Bassoon with the instant
going to have to settle
point
for the wave.
Yep, and like we said, you know, if this, you know, it's all about like the counterplay, right? And if this Nautilus can land the engage, it's going to be pretty easy for the rest of League of Liquor to follow up on it. Joe potentially in trouble here. I mean, level 13 on this Alawi already. It is a lot. Blue Wolf definitely too far forward as the rest of League of Liquor. That is not your jungle, sir. All of League of Liquor is here. They would love to take this fight outnumbered. We'll see if he can land a steal, but no, it's safely secured by Whisper. And Bassoon probably wishing that they didn't pick that up, but topside they are going to battle this out, but the tether lands, and it's a lot of damage, and now the Spirit Realm. Joe, I don't think Joe wants to play around with an Alawi that's this fed. The W is going to come
and
through.
let Lucky take care of this.
Yep, and Matt picks
He
up
will give
another
up the
kill.
Matt will be taken down off the back of this, but he's going to make it interesting for them. 2 trying to defend mid. Lucky takes down Matt as the answer, but the wave's pushed in top. Matt is totally fine with this. He goes back to base, picks up a black cleaver, and is happy to take the next fight round. V still only on 1.5 items. Hopefully we'll be able to purchase the rest of their items after this back. They're only on 900 gold. That will not be the case. Matt Apex showing up again on the top side, showing why they're a strong contender, returning from last season. And our rookies in the bot lane, Hope and Bassoon, showing up strong. Bassoon making the plays and finding the roams to set up his laners for success.
I don't know. I've got a visual bug on Sitch 20. I don't really know what to say about that. But I've got somebody in chat pointing out the CS at 20 minutes. Yeah, they're definitely laning a lot better this match than they were in game number 1. And I think some comfortability and the picks coming through are evident of that. But when we look at the total game state, it looks like League of Liquor are about to get Soul on their next dragon. And it's a, what is it, 6 or, yeah, it's roughly a 6k gold lead for League of Liquor. League of Liquor looking like strong contenders. Again, 80% of the championship winning roster for SGI is here. They're only missing Chestnut. And, oh, the visual bug is on Sunfire.
I feel like Joe and Maya have been laning well together, but maybe it's a factor of a bit of missing cohesion as a unit. Bassoon going back
landing
in does
the hook
not miss
here,
the hook.
And they all in onto Joe. The ultimate coming out, and a nice feather pull is going to land, and that's a quick burn down as 2 drop, as that's Whisper and Bassoon both down. Doll is going to get chased down. Hope is on the run. Meanwhile, Matt is pulling in, but it's a nice triple kill, so this will be a Baron for SGI as they take it. V is going to look to back. The Hope
Joe,
rocket just misses.
Out of the way. But Matt, like you mentioned, pushing in the bot lane, V is going to have to take him down. He's 2 levels down. I think this inhibitor is going to fall.
It's gone.
This is a trade for the Baron. Matt Apex hopefully able to be taken down off the back of this. Blue Wolf could look to wrap around.
Would you take that deal, Jason? Inhibitor for Baron?
I'm not sure I would with the state of the game, but off the back of the 1 team fight, that's the correct choice. There was no other. If you hate to recall and just have to answer the Alawi, and you're definitely gonna have to send 2 or 3. So I think I would take the Baron there.
I will say the triple kill for Lucky. Lucky is now fed as heck. He's got 6 kills. He's 2.5 items, about to hit his 3rd item. And with this Baron push, they should start to even out the gold. Already, they're a lot closer. And so that's the type of fight that we want to see if you're SGI. Meanwhile, League of Liquor, they want to be engaging with their damage in position to actually deal damage. Hope unable to output a decent DPS in that fight. And that ended up being the difference in terms of who won.
Yep, a triple kill coming out for Lucky. And we see this is a crucial point for SGI in the game. They've just won this last fight. If they can keep up this momentum, the game can definitely shift back into their favor. Lucky sitting at 2nd highest gold in the game behind Matt. Matt alone in the top side being matched by V. 2 levels down. This is a dangerous point. Lucky is separated from the team as we see Maya engage.
Yeah, and
will jump away.
Maya is able to get up, but really topside is what's important as V is trying to hold and just going to end up giving it up here. So it looks like the rest of League of Liquor is temporarily winning the 4-on-4. And so the hold does come through, which I didn't know if V was going to be able to hold this out. We'll still have yet to see. Yeah, it's happening topside. Matt gets the tower. Yeah, V is
huge engage from Lucky. It's Dragon. Oh my god, a 4-man knockup. Maya finds the follow-up. Bassoon is down. That's a 4 clean fight.
I gotta back up and watch it. I totally missed it.
Oh my god, you have to back up and watch it.
Okay, so Lucky with the Shurima shuffled the entire team into the Maya engage, and that's a clean. What a play, Lucky! Oh my gosh, deciding that now is the time.
Yeah, like I said, the momentum is carried through. Lucky pushing the gold advantage, able to pick up the dragon, stop the soul, and counter push through mid lane using their 4 Void Grubs and Baron together. This is a huge gold swing in this game. We are back to even though it is soul point, and there is a large gold lead in the top side. Bot lane brought almost to parity, a 5,000 gold lead in the mid lane. Absolutely massive for SGI to defend there. And like you said, we've seen them win from those positions in the past. A tower taken in the top side, but traded for and for a dragon and 2 towers in the mid lane. A huge play for SGI to swing this
Chat
game back to
absolutely
even.
popping off with that shuffle. Wow, yep. Now that is a shuffle. Dang, that was a
Do
pretty
you want
one.
to
Great
push back
shuffle.
to live?
Absolutely. Yep, I'm live. 25 or 55, 56,
Yep, I'm on the same
57.
page.
Nice.
Making sure.
Alrighty, so that that actually gives SGI their first lead in I don't even know how many minutes. We'll have to take a look at the goal graph after this one. And still 7 kills on this Azir. So Azir really showing up. Maya and Lucky clearly on the same page. I mean that that was incredibly coordinated. People asking for a game 3, they want silver scrapes. Unfortunately, it's a play 2. That's the format this season. So today's games could end in 1-1, which is not technically a tie. But
If you're enjoying how hype this is, we do like if our captains can coordinate their games in 2 blocks back to back, we can absolutely cast these in a chain and get everything rolling, hype to hype, back to back. We will get these games through. Let's take a. How do you feel about our rookies looking in this game? We have I believe it's only Hope Bassoon, and Whisper
Hope Bassoon
are
and
our
Whisper.
rookies in this matchup.
I let's talk about it after the game. I think they're looking really good,
Okay.
but it's a critical point, right? Like both teams are finally evened up. Obviously, League of Liquor isn't going to want to take their foot off the gas, and Hope only continues to ramp. But finally, V is starting to catch up in levels. Level 15 here, still significantly far behind on items, and the items are only going to begin to even as Matt is half an item away from finishing and being full build. So all
We
of
see a
SGI.
huge index into the bot lane for SGI right now. There's only 2 in the mid lane defending. We can see Whisper push in onto this inhib, trying to pick off Matt before the fight takes place. They collapse on a mid. This is a 4v3.
Bassoon misses the hook, and Dahl flashes away. What a play! The Sejuani ulti is going to land. Matt teleports in, but it might be too little too late. The ulti lands on 3 of them, and Joe drops. Maya's in a ton of trouble, but finally shredded through. It's a massive team fight. Hope is able to free fire from the side. He flashes forward. Lucky is the last one standing for SGI. And it ends up being a 4 for 3 as they all out brawl in the mid lane under tier 2. But League of Liquor comes out on top, and so they will start to siege more towers. What a fight.
Incredible team fight coming out from both sides. Good call and response. Dahl able to flash away and not burst down by SGI on the engage. Finds a strong ult dropping damage, and Hope also able to drop damage from the side. Lucky pumping from the center of the fight in their happy pocket. But the rest of the team drops around them, able to defend, and the team fight will be largely neutral at the end of the day, even though 1 kill advantage going over for League of Liquor.
Hope is able to back and finish his 3rd item here. So now 3 items in boots. This Jinx is fully online with 4 kills. Meanwhile, Medjai's picked up here for Lucky. So really feeling like it's a late chance condition, and if he goes down, a lot of that gold value is going to drop.
Yep,
So-
Lucky needs to keep playing strong, keep staying behind, working with Maya in these team fights to pump out damage. Gonna be looking to work with Joe to use this feather call to prevent them from jumping in and just burn through the tanks before Hope can take his team down. Item breakpoint coming in for Hope before Joe can match him on 3 items. Huge item advantages clearly in the top side.
Oh,
and
Joe
like you
Joe went
mentioned,
for the
Medjai
cheaper Navori, and so there's IE and Kraken and Rapid, but oh, actually this is Soul. Sorry, what are we talking about items for? This is Soul Fight as Dragon is about to spawn, and all of League of Liquor are here, and so they're gonna have to enter late. But Bassoon misses the first hook. The hook cooldown should be up relatively quickly, and Matt is
Bit of
frontlining here.
hesitation. They know that V is behind them as he's spotted out on vision. Reveals himself again, but this is a
Slowly
deadly
pushing back.
standoff.
Yeah, absolutely. Blue Wolf level 14 here with Kanik, so a big shield and lots of tentacles. The Alawi likes this. Alawi wants to sit here and let tentacles stack. Whisper coming
All
from the side.
lanes
The,
in neutral positions. This standoff could last for a long time.
the hook lands
comes
onto
soon
Lucky, and some damage coming through for Dahl. Hope is unable to do anything. It looks like V goes in straight for Hope, and a ton of damage coming through, but Hope is still alive. Finally, Hope drops, and that's a double kill for Lucky already. Meanwhile, Joe on the other side of the fight, dodging out the damage from Matt. Lucky is going to pick up. It's a quadra kill for Lucky. And Whisper's the last one for League of Liquor as SGI look to chase down. This could be the pentakill as the flash forward for Lucky is going to happen. Whisper is so low. Will he get out?
It's so fast. The dead man's plate will let him jump away. They're going to look for this Baron as he leads them to it. I think they should go back for this dragon. This is Soul. Whisper could look to reset and go for the dragon on his own. I think he should just walk down there.
Yeah, Whisper
looking to pressure.
Sitting around here. Both of these junglers have smite, and so they continue to position. Whisper really controls what happens here. They're going to look for the fight, and it is the unofficial pentakill. That is the 5th kill and an ace going over to SGI as they pick up Baron. Let's see, did Maya get it? Maya did get it.
Dragon. There's a TP in from V to the bot side. Lucky will not reset. He is currently half HP. There are no plants available. Will he be able to survive this next team fight? Like you mentioned, unofficial Penta up to 25 stacks on this Medjai's and 2,500 gold in the bank. That is another completed item. He'll get 6 items and an elixir after this reset. Hope with an ulti in will whiff across the dragon. This is a Baron 5 kill, Baron ace dragon take from SGI. An incredible swing to this game. They are finding the plays. And
we talked about
the
comeback in game 1, and it's happening in game 2. But really, one of the most important things is that Medjai's build. And giving an unofficial Penta over to somebody who has built a Medjai Soul Stealer, now fully stacked up to 25 stacks, Jason. This Azir is the prio.
Fight. Everything in one go. Need to see what he's got. He got his reset. He's got his elixir on the field. He's sitting at 934 ability power. This is a powerful Azir. They only have the Nashor's Tooth for the attack speed, but these on hits will burn. And 709 damage for each W stab.
Let's take a look at the levels because top lane is even at 17, but the mid lane is a 4-level gap. It's a canyon. It's a gulf between 14 and 18. And so
showing why Hope went to the mid lane in the last game. Lucky showing why they are one of the top mids
Joe
in
with a
LCC.
level lead over Hope as well. So it's just that the SGI has been able to pick up all the lane XP really effectively throughout the game.
Yeah, I think in these team fights it's showing up. Both supports sitting at level 13. The experience advantage. A level 16 out from Blue Wolf. We need to see those level 16's breakpoints come in for SGI onto Hope, Dahl, and Whisper, especially Dahl. That ultimate powers up strong to 800 total damage at level 3, not including the rest of their AP. V engaging onto Matt in the top lane. Has a health advantage.
Blue Wolf and Lucky are here, but there's so much damage out, and V is going to drop.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a ton, and he's still got Hullbreaker, so this still could go bad for SGI. And Maya's going to show up just to make sure that it's okay, and Lucky picks up the kill. Meanwhile, the rest of League of Liquor are beginning their siege mid. Joe is trying to wave clear, but it's not exactly safe, but they're not going to force it, and Whisper here is pushing in bot side, so League of Liquor are going to group bot. Meanwhile, SGI should be able to collect themselves and look to wave clear this out. So it ends up, at the end of the day, it's a 1-for-1. Not a lot of ultimates or summoner spells used, but
Not a lot of vision control set up either. Looking at the game, we're moving into the late game where people have completed builds, but we see that there is gold left on the map, and there are a lot of towers left on the map for League of Liquor that will help them defend. SGI has a potential avenue through the mid lane if they can keep that lane pushed up, but a lot of power in the side lanes from Mad Apex certainly.
It's a really good point
for return.
It's a really good point. It's 8-2 in towers. So, they're up like 2k gold, but if they get 6 more towers, they're going to be up significantly more gold. So, we'll see. It's just they've been kind of bunkered in and pushed in, oppressed really this whole game. League of Liquor has had control, and it's beginning to slip here. But with Matt split pushing, I think if they get back to allowing in the side, it should be good.
Engage
Meanwhile,
in from
the
V
engage.
onto Hope.
Hope is in a ton of trouble again, and Lucky is going to go straight forward. It's another kill onto Hope. And the clear choice here, V is now going after Doll. Matt shows up, but it could be too little too late, as
Fighting the
Lucky's going to
jungle from
spawn the
Blue
two.
Wolf
Yeah,
and Whisper.
junglers just pitter-pattering each other.
Yeah, wet noodle fight in the jungle. V looking for the engage. His ultimate is down. Whisper finds
He
his tower.
sidesteps the knockup really nicely, actually. And so now some of this turret gold is going to cash in for SGI as they begin to siege mid. They might just be looking to get an inhib here. Matt landing a 4-man ulti, but V is able to absolutely demolish Doll on the backside. Flash forward from Matt, and Joe drops. So much healing coming through from the tentacles, but Lucky picks up another kill, and that's 4 dead now.
Could be the game for SGI.
That's a 2
pushing
for
through
1.
the mid lane. They have the wave coming in.
Bassoon and Hope
It
are
is
spawning. They're spawning right now, and they have no minions, so SGI might not be able to end. We'll see what they decide to do.
Dragon Soul spawning in less than a minute. V
Hope
re-engages on
with
Hope. He has ultimate
another
again.
engage. Hope is in a ton of trouble. V landing a ton of damage, and it is enough to kill. Whisper is now going to drop. V finally drops, but the rest of SGI should be able to chase forward. Bassoon is on his last legs as Lucky and Blue Wolf are going to be able to secure the ace. Blue Wolf about to go down, actually, but is Candy Rooker keeping him alive? And SGI are taking down the Nexus turrets, and they're hitting the Nexus. Doll is up. Can Doll do anything to stop the flash forward, the knockup to stop? And another kill is going to land. That's an ace, and SGI wins the game.
Game 2 goes to SGI off the back of a concerning early game. They find the comeback in their team fights. Lucky standing up to the challenge, 19-1-9 at the end of the game, 25 stacks still on that Medjai's, and finding the coordination with Maya to make these team fights happen. A great comeback from SGI in game 2.